I just don't see the potential.
It's a great idea.
First draft without Al Davis in a long time, and they still didn't figure it out.
Like, is it because Al's gone that
he had notes for this year's draft?
I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Draft fastest player.
Al works in mysterious ways. Yeah.
Right.
But you can always blame Carson Palmer for that. Because they traded their what?
But that pick, if you're the Raiders and you say you could get for a first rounder, middle first rounder, you could get a franchise quarterback. You're taking that
a franchise
100 times out of 100 times.
Easy with the franchise.
How's he not a franchise quarterback?
He might have been. He was a Pro Bowler.
Never been the same since he blew out.
Never been the same. How good was he last year?
He's gonna
not that great.
He came into the system halfway into the year and had them in the playoff run.
What would Brett Favre? Brett Favre would have came in and
Brett Favre would have won the Super Bowl.
I don't think we need to be bringing Brett Favre
was my 18th favorite NFL player ever. Right behind Curly Lambeau.
All right, continue on your losers here. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Cole.
No, it's all right. No,
hey,
the Raiders are the losers.
We're not even done yet.
Tony Bergstrom.
We have no breaks. We're good.
Lineman pick. Otherwise, it's just late-round flyers like any other team.
Exactly. Nick, you got a loser?
My biggest loser is the Jacksonville Jaguars, but after day one, you might have listed them as one of your biggest winners. Moved up and got Justin Blackmon, their first real go-to receiver since Jimmy Smith. And then they go back and they get Clemson's defensive end, Andre Branch, a solid defensive end, outside linebacker prospect, a hybrid guy, definitely going to bring some rush. Jacksonville traded away their fourth-round pick to move up and get Blackmon, which is fine, but it did mean they had to make a good pick in round 3. This is a team that needs help at wide receiver, defensive line, offensive line, even quarterback. They have issues. What do they do with a third-round pick? Let's take a kicker. You can't get those anywhere.
Might have been the single worst.
I mean, they take punter Brian Anger from California. They had to nail their third-round pick, and they took a punter. If you're not Sebastian Janikowski,
or Ray Guy,
you shouldn't be picked in the third round.
Exactly. When you got a name, you got an award named after you. Sorry, I bubbled out my words. We got an award named after you. You got to be picked in the first round, right?
No.
No? No. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, hey, that was a great round. I think we got our losers picked, don't we?
Yeah.
The Chicago Cubs. Guys, sometimes I crack myself up. I don't even know what to give points to. I'll give them to Drew. He's the only one man enough to wear purple on screen.
And look good in it, too.
12.5. Sounds like we're at the Olympics. So anyways, let me look at my notes here. We had a lot of draft winners. Wait, we already did that one. A lot of draft potential out of players. Who? Court? Who?
Who's our bust? Is that
who's the biggest potential?
The best potential? I'm going to go right back to, I know we've been talking about him, Matt Cleo. I just think he's got a lot going for him, and he's going to a team that really needs his help so he can show his best potential. He was, like I said earlier, top tackle at USC, and I just think it's a good team for him to go to. If he would have went to a different, winning team where they didn't need him as much, he wouldn't have been able to show what he could really do. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Matt Cleo this year.
What a great idea.
Okay, I'm going to go a little off the wall here because everybody seemed to be in love with him before the draft. I'm going to go with the Heisman Trophy winner, Robert Griffin III. He might be fast, he might have a great arm, but he's ugly as sin, number one. Number two,
okay.
He didn't.
Come on.
Number two, it's going to get better here.
Number two, he really did. There's only 10 of them.
He looks just like Brittany Griner.
Yeah, he does.
He's
as hot as Brittany Griner.
She won a title.
Anyway, he really didn't beat anybody in the Big 12. It's a down year for the Big 12. He played for Baylor.
That's
I guess they beat Oklahoma.
That's fair.
But that's all they beat, and that was on a last-second play. He's fast. Cool. Talk to me when he has the world's best players running against him and doing things like that. I don't think he's going to be good. And I don't think the Redskins actually have confidence in him because they went out and they drafted Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Is this the best or the bust potential?
This is a bust.
I said it wrong. I'm telling you, the cue card lady's not doing her job. Nick,
what do you want, Harry?
Who's a bust?
A bust? Yeah. Is that what we're going with?
Bust. We're going with bust. That's
if we're going with a bust, I am going with there's a few options here. I'm picking Trent Richardson. Now listen, I understand this is the best running back prospect we've seen come out of the draft in many years. He's a proven guy. He played at Alabama, got playing time his freshman year behind Mark Ingram. I mean, this guy's ready to roll. He's got the production, the intangibles, and the toughness you're looking for in a running back. But listen, The NFL has changed. Only 2 running backs since 2007 that have been taken in the first round to be big franchise guys have produced as stars, Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson. This doesn't mean that he's not going to have a good career, but he definitely doesn't have the explosiveness and speed of those 2 running backs, and I think he's just going to fall in line and be an average running back. For the number 3 overall pick, that's not enough. And if that isn't enough for you, Jim Brown, a guy who might know a little bit about running backs, quoted as saying Trent Richardson strikes him as a very ordinary back. That's got bust written all over it.
Hey, you ever heard the joke, I'm going to take the Browns to the Super Bowl? Is that real?
Yes.
But like, what Super Bowl? I haven't seen them there in about 50 years.
I don't think they've ever been there, Harry.
I'm sorry. Drew, hey.
I just want to say quickly here, we were talking about this last night. You and I can definitely appreciate a good bust, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey!
Look, my bust potential here is,
What?
yeah, I said it. Bruce Irvin.
Mrs. Carey.
Bruce Irvin was chosen 15th overall. We talked about it as a terrible pick by Seattle. He could have been in the 3rd round where a lot of guys mid-3rd round, but he's a bust just for where they picked him. I don't think he's going to be a terrible player. He has one real skill, and that's a speed rush, and I think he'll be pretty decent at that at the next level. But as a 15th pick, if he doesn't do anything, he's automatically a bust. So I just think where you took him makes him automatically the biggest bust potential in this draft, maybe along with Ryan Tannehill.
Wow. The insight that our panel has, that's bust potential. You guys did a good job. And the way I'm going to award this point is put the easiest number on the board. Hey, Cole, have fun with 12 points. It makes my job a lot easier.
I feel like I'm getting ripped off here.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, Nick, I'll let you win the next one.
Okay, good.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is the best value. That could be in the draft, their shoe size, which one's got more sponsors, who can eat the most steak. I don't know. Which one's got the best value? I don't know. Cole?
All right, I'm going to go with another Browns here. I'm going to go with Braden Whedon at pick number 21. You know, I think he's a perfect-sized quarterback. He's got a big arm, great accuracy. He's got a quick release, which I think is important. He's like the ideal size for a quarterback. He's 6'4", I believe, 225-ish. You know, he knows when to check down as well, and he's kind of got the gunslinger mentality where he'll go and when the deep option's open, he'll hit the deep option. He has the cojones to go out and do that. I think he's ready for the NFL right now. I think he's mature. I think he's poised, and I think we should root for one of the first pitchers to ever make it in the NFL.
Yeah.
Come on, Matt.
Get to a speedy round here, Nick. Give me something. You too, Drew and Court.
All right, I'm going with round 7 pickup by the New England Patriots, Alfonso Denard, quarterback out in Nebraska.
Sorry, Nick.
I'm going to go with Ryan Broyles, a wide receiver. I know he was picked in the 2nd round, and this is kind of a value thing, but this guy, he tore his ACL. All he did was catch passes.
Perfect.
Precision route runner, great hands.
Excellent job.
Matt Cleo said it before.
Hey.
Thought we were doing best value.
Perfect. Because the only reason I'm rushing you, I want to talk about Scott's Badgers for at least 30 seconds. Talk about the Badgers that got drafted. Go, Nick.
Okay, I think
one guy.
Potential guy that I think is going to have the longest term success, Nick Toon, wide receiver. He's going to fit in nicely with Drew Brees there, replace Robert Meacham.
Who
Perfect.
wouldn't fit in with Drew Brees, right? I'm going with Russell Wilson. I know this doesn't make a lot of sense. He's 5'10", but like I said with Kellen Moore, the guy's a winner, and I like that in the NFL.
I'm going against you, Drew. I don't know how Russell Wilson's going to do in the NFL. He's going to the Seahawks. He's only 5'11". I know he's pretty great at Wisconsin, but you know what I mean? He's going to a team that, you know, just picked up Matt Flynn, who's not too bad.
Matt Flynn hasn't proven anything anyway.
Okay.
Cole, one word.
Nick Toon.
That's it, Nick.
Drew Brees, Nick Toon,
Beautiful.
Drew White.
Awesome. You guys are the best. Hey, you know, I wasn't able to give way too many points out today, and I'll be honest, where's my name at? Harry Carey should be on this list. Harry Carey is going to be the winner. The first time I was able to host a show, I'm going to win it. Harry. That's what my friends call me, not Whiskers anymore. That's what I wiped them up in poker. Hey, I'll be honest. This was a great show. Thank you for your time. Everybody out there, Nick Rytilahti, I still haven't been able to say his name right. And Drew White, and Cole Gallagher, and Courtney Zahn. Drew, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you this semester. Yeah. Anyway, WNTM sponsored by Catnip. Pat Turner's Cats Won't Live Without Catnip. And lacrosse lager. How would you be able to wash down barbecue spare ribs without lacrosse lager?
I'm with you, Harry.
Have a good night, San Francisco. I'm Harry Carey.
They should come to 3 now.
Just look lost.